What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Backyard Barbecue, and today I'm going to show you how I made this smoked roast beef. All right, so it is the day before, and what we have here is a bottom round. You can use any type of meat for roast beef, all the way from sirloin to ribeye, really whatever you want. But to get this thing ready, we're going to kind of square it up and clean it up, because after we're done cooking it, we're going to throw it onto my household slicer and kind of slice it up. So we want this to be able to fit and to get some uniform cuts out of it. So first we're going to cut off this little scraggly meat here. We'll just kind of square it up. Take that piece off. And then this side of the meat here doesn't really look too good, so we're going to clean that off. And I'll save this stuff for burgers or some sausage or whatever, so it won't go to waste. We'll leave that fat cap on, and it is looking pretty good to me. So it's a really good idea if you can remember, if you're cooking steaks or roast the next day, try and remember to salt it, because what's going to happen is salt, like so, is going to liquefy, and then it's going to reabsorb back into the meat. So it's a really good idea to try and season your steaks or your roasts the night before, if you can remember. If not, a couple of hours with some salt before a cook would definitely help. So we'll just go ahead and salt this thing up, and we'll get all the edges. Again, that's going to liquefy and you're not even going to see the salt. So now what I'll do is I'll put this in my fridge overnight on a wire rack. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It is now the next day, and as you can see, the meat kind of changed color a little bit. The only salt that we had left over was on the fat cap. It didn't really absorb too well into there, but that's okay. That's a little flavor on the outside. And now we're gonna get it ready for smoking. We're gonna do just our classic rub today. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of olive oil and use this as a binder. We're just gonna go with the classic salt, which you've seen me do yesterday, and pepper and garlic salt. So we'll just kind of rub this down, get it nice and sticky. So we got some garlic powder. You can really use whatever you want for your rub. Kind of give that a light dusting. Then we're gonna hit it with some black pepper, coarse black pepper. And I'm gonna go slightly heavy on the black pepper. That is looking pretty good to me. All right, so let's get the pit ready. All right, so while we let our charcoal and our wood kind of ignite, we're gonna go ahead and throw on our roast. We're gonna put it right about the middle. I'm gonna cook this thing till about 140 degrees, a nice medium temperature. So this should be a fairly short cook. All right, we're gonna do a quick check here. And we're probing pretty low, surprisingly. Or the front of it is a little, we're probing about 95 degrees. We'll go ahead and keep adding some more wood. All right, so this thing is done. We're probing about 153 in the middle. We're looking more about 145. So I'll see you guys at the cutting board. All right, so there it is. It almost looks like a mini brisket. It's looking real good. So what we're gonna do now, because we're gonna slice this on my meat slicer, we're going to put it in a Ziploc bag to kind of trap that smoky flavor, and then put it in the fridge. Cold meat always slices better on a slicer. Get the air out. And tomorrow we'll slice this up. All right, so it is now the next day. We just took our roast here out of the, I actually popped it in the freezer for about 30 minutes while we were setting everything up here. With it being really cold, it creates a nice cleaner cut. So we're gonna go ahead and slice into this. I got my thickness set because I want it really thin. I got my thickness set at what I think is gonna be right, but we can always adjust it. Not as thin as I'd like it, so we'll adjust. Oh, there we go. Let's shut this off. Nice and paper thin. Let's get this out. It's got really nice smoke to it. And actually really well seasoned. That's good. Let's slice this thing up. Let's take another look at that. If you guys don't have a slicer yet, I'd highly recommend getting one.
Let's spin it up even a little more.
And that is going to do it. We've probably got a few pounds of some nice smoked roast beef. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna individually package them into about 1 pound sizes, freeze some of it, and I'll vacuum seal it. And yeah, that is exactly how to do some smoked roast beef. All right, guys, until next time, peace.